Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Tuesday night. We have breaking news as we come on the air. We are tracking dangerous weather across the South, where there are more than 24 confirmed tornadoes. We will have the latest on that in just a minute. But we want to begin on the world stage and the clear message that leaders cannot and should not turn their eyes away from the gruesome atrocities happening in Ukraine. Today, President Zelenskyy made an impassioned plea to the United Nations to do more to stop Russian war crimes. Zelenskyy put the members of the UN Security Council on notice, saying unless they believe the time of international law is gone, they must act immediately. World leaders were left stunned, silent, as he shared stomach-churning footage of dead civilians and alleged women were raped in front of their families. Well, tonight, the Secretary of State called what happened in the city outside Kyiv a deliberate campaign to kill. And in a chilling new charge, America's UN ambassador alleged that tens of thousands of Ukrainians were captured and sent to filtration camps, reminiscent of Nazi death camps. We have a lot of news to get to tonight, starting with CBS's Weijia Jiang at the White House. Good evening, Weijia.
Good evening to you, Nora. As those grave images pour out of Ukraine, its president is warning that this is only the beginning and that new evidence will soon surface that Russia is committing even more war crimes. He also had harsh words for the United Nations. You are right. He criticized them for failing to stop the violence. Before an audience of the world's top diplomats, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy called out the United Nations for having what he described as a broken system that has no power to stop the war.
Are you ready to close the UN? If your answer is no, then you need to act immediately.
Zelenskyy likened the Russian soldiers accused of carrying out war crimes in Bucha to ISIS terrorists.
They cut off limbs, cut their throats, slashed their throats. Women were raped and killed in front of their children.
Hoping to shock the group into action, Zelenskyy showed a gruesome video of the latest atrocities, which were then stunningly disputed by Moscow's ambassador to the UN, who called them a crude forgery.
During the time that the town was under the control of the Russian armed forces, not a single civilian suffered from any kind of violence.
With documented evidence of civilians killed in Bucha, the Biden administration is backing an investigation by the International Criminal Court, or ICC.
It's a deliberate campaign to kill, to torture, to rape, to commit atrocities.
But neither Russia nor the U.S. is party to the ICC, made up of 123 nations, which is responsible for holding war crime trials. If Putin was ever charged, he would need to be arrested and handed over to the court, which is unlikely. The Biden administration will continue to squeeze Russia economically. New sanctions expected Wednesday will ban all new investment there and impose additional penalties on government officials and their family members. And following those latest brutal acts, several NATO nations expelled Russian diplomats this week, and the European Union has proposed an all-out ban on Russian coal imports. Nora?
Weijia Jiang at the White House, thank you.